Previously on Ballz.
Talking tennis again. We haven't spoken to Rob Koenig in a while. We must try and catch up with him. What's happening in the world of tennis? A few things, but
Yes.
the tours go on at the moment now that all the Grand Slams are over. And somebody who is back in Harry Smith. Big couple of weeks coming up for her. She's just come off the court right now, Chani. Scheepers. How's it going, Chani?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
All right, then. This isn't the first time we've spoken to you. We spoke to you before.
We have.
This is tweede keer.
you did.
Tweede keer.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were also in Harry
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah, you was in Harry Smith. Ooh.
Yes, it was in June, I think.
Yeah. How much time do you actually get to spend over here versus traveling around?
Not that much. I try to come and visit my parents once a year, normally in October, November when the season's finished. This is the first time I came in June because I had to do some planning, and so it was nice this year to come back twice.
And planning for anything in particular, like a wedding maybe?
Yes.
Well done, Sean.
It's coming soon, eh? Couple of weeks.
Yes, getting close now.
All the plans all good, eh?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. And can you tell us a little bit about your husband-to-be?
His name's Roger Anderson. He's from Pietermaritzburg, and yeah, it's nice to be with someone who's also from South Africa.
Fantastic. And does he? I mean, is he also sort of obviously travels around with you, eh?
He's not travelled as much the last 6 months, but he plays a big part in my tennis, and
Yeah.
it's nice to have someone that supports me in what I do.
That's awesome, eh? So yeah, I can't think of any better scenario than if your husband is also the one that is backing you and one of the closest people to you in your career, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, well, good luck for the wedding, and all the plans now sorted, right?
Yes, just the last few things, last minute things, but those aren't the important things, so I'm not stressing too much.
You're not nervous at all, not getting those nerves yet. Okay.
No.
Well, we wish you all the best for the wedding, Chani. That's
Thank you very
awesome
much.
stuff. And
Thanks.
and from a tennis point of view, just give us a sort of summary of your year this year. How do you feel? Are you happy? Are you where you want to be? Are you maybe you feel you might have come short of where you want to be? I mean, you've obviously set goals and targets for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with the way I played this year. I had some rough draws, especially in the Grand Slams. I dropped a little bit in ranking just because I didn't defend my title, but I had some good results and I did well in some bigger tournaments. And, this year was a bit different from last year, where last year I was in qualifying of most of the tournaments and had some easier matches, where this year from the get-go in the draws I had tough matches and I had some really good wins. So I'm happy with the way I'm playing, and I try not to look too much at the rankings, and hopefully next year I can do a bit better in the Grand Slam.
All right, and I mean, not looking at the rankings probably takes a bit of the pressure off, because you have a fairly decent year. You know that the following year you're going to have to maintain those points. As I say, if you focus too much on rankings, it could be kind of a negative for you. If you might have a good year, but because you've had a great year the year before, you see your ranking maybe drop a few points, and that could have put a sort of negative thought in your mind.
Yeah, I think if you're not used to it, but I think I've played for quite a while. You can't focus on that. Everyone's going to have a little bit up and down. That doesn't mean you're playing well or not, but I think actually this year I've had much better matches, and it's just, it's maybe one tournament I didn't do exactly the same. So I'm really not looking too much at that, because that can distract you from what you need to do.
Yeah, distract, I think, is the right word there.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is it about the Free State water or something that produces all our great women tennis players over the last few years? Because
I don't know. It makes us tougher, I think. We come from these small towns and we go out in the big world and we have to just fend for ourselves, but that makes us stronger, I think. So it helps in a way.
All right. Have you always been from Harry Smith? I mean, is that where you were born and bred? Okay.
Yes, I was born here.
Okay, because that highway through Harry Smith is probably the worst place they could have put it. Because when you obviously, I mean, and most people have driven through there numerous times through Harry Smith when you go down to Durban. You drive, but it doesn't really tell you much about, because you drive through Harry Smith and you always think, what could you possibly do in Harry Smith when you drive through there? What could possibly go on in Harry Smith? But you grew up there, so you'd know better.
There's not much to do.
Okay.
I think that's why if you come from a small town, you do well in sports because there's not many other things you can do. So you keep busy with playing sports and golf is pretty big here. And yeah, I think sport kind of keeps you busy.
You got to find things to do then.
Yes, exactly. You have to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, are there any nightclubs or like places that people all go to in Harry? Nothing.
Nothing. We don't even have a movie theater.
So if you want to go somewhere where there's like a social thing going, you got to go to that Engine One Stop just as you come down the hill there.
At the Wimpy.
Yes.
If you go out to dinner, that's kind of where you go.
The Wimpy or the Spur. Oh.
No, they actually have some extra restaurants there, which are nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I went to Mug and Bean there.
Oh, well, Johnny.
I can be now.
No, Johnny,
it's a
but
big thing now.
that's about as big as it gets for Johnny. All right, Chani. Well, listen, good luck for the wedding. We know that you got a couple of big weeks ahead of you getting ready for everything. We hope it all goes very well. We're sure it will.
Thank you.
And thanks for chatting to us today.
Thank you so much, Chani.
All right, Chani.
No, thanks a lot, you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on Ballz.co.za. Ballz.co.za.